We've been joined on the line by Emmanuela Ajua Osedua. She's Head of Corporate Affairs and Communication at Zoomlion Ghana. Madam, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Thank you very much. Please, my name is Emma. I'm not Emmanuela, please.
Forgive me. Emma Ajua Osedua. This issue of the government writing the communication that it wrote, first of all, it must have had a public relations problem for your company before we discuss anything else. Do you agree that people would say that you are already guilty?
We are sticking to the questions our stakeholders are requiring of us to know about what we do and where we stand. And that is why we are out there speaking.
The view would be that you are guilty of all the things that you have been accused of. Manasseh Azuriawene's investigation over the period suggested that you have been ripping off poor Ghanaians who are sweeping the streets under your auspices. How do you respond to that? Because it appears that's the basis for everything that has happened so far.
Well, I don't believe that a corporate entity that seeks to do right would position itself to rip off the country that it is set up in, where the owners of the company have their families dwelling in that country. They want to rip them off anything. We have positioned ourselves to work in the environmental sanitation space, and we get the jobs and we go ahead and do it the way we know how to do it. And the government pays us what has been agreed upon to pay us, and that is exactly what we do.
But you do agree that the decision by the government, and which decision it has communicated, has a dent or would have a dent on your image?
We have a contract that has lived its lifespan, and for that matter, there is no contract presently. So if the government decides that it will want to, it would not work with the contract the way it used to be, but would want to bring up a new format, that is okay. And how does that dent the image of the previous contractor?
When you say you're ready to engage in competitive procurement in future sanitation contracts, have you considered the views from members of the public generally? And do you think that you would be popular if you went around the table seeking to bid, considering all the bad press around your organization in the past?
See again, if we would be popular going around the table doing what? I didn't get that.
What I mean is that if you go to the room where the contracts would be offered and signed, you are sure that you would have a good image in the minds of the people supervising that, considering the fact that we are told that lots of decentralization is going to happen. Are you going to go bidding for contracts under different brand names, or you'll be going same under Zoomlion? And how would you deal with the issue of national going to local?
We have a national presence, and the national presence works at the local level. We are present in every district, and the bidding is not up yet. So as to how we're going to deal with that, let us get to the bridge and we'll cross it.
Your statement said that the contract naturally expired in November last year. September last year. September last year.
Yes,
did you continue to engage in the services even after the expiration of that contract?
We continued up to somewhere around December, January, thereabouts. And after that point, there was no communication coming to us. And we were also finding it a bit of a challenge handling the workers, because we have not paid them for a while now. So they were not available to be managed.
So the extra months you worked up to December must be free, work that you did for government, or there was an assurance that you would be paid if you continue to work?
There was no communication from September going, so I cannot speak to that.
So it was free work then to the states?
I cannot speak to that, please.
Were the workers working for free during that duration for you?
We have had a couple of times when workers would work and their allowances would delay a bit. So that was considered as a delayed payment.
But were they meant to be paid during that period that you made them work, even though you didn't have a contract with the government?
Of course. That was not the first time that we have worked within a short span of time that we didn't have a contract. We hold the fort because we believe that what we do is part of the essential services. So when the contract elapses, we hold the fort for a short while until our stakeholders come back to us.
You've talked about non-payment sometimes to your workers. What is the total arrears owed your workers in this particular contract following the termination?
Over the entire nation, it will be a little over 1 year because it differs from area to area.
So, are there plans to pay them? When will they be paid?
Government has not reimbursed us for close to 2 years now. So once they reimburse us, we will also do the needful.
Are the workers aware that you are not paying them because you have not been paid?
Yes.
Do we know how much you are expecting from government?
I cannot put that out there now, please.
Can you tell us how much you are going to pay your workers if you are paid by government?
Depending on which area you're coming from, the length of time that the payment has delayed, you will be paid times the amount expected per month.
What I don't mean specific persons and how much. I mean in totality, over the duration you expect to be close to 1 year. How much are you expecting to pay your workers?
I don't have that right now.
Very well. Thank you for speaking to us.
Thank you very much, sir.
So that's
have a good evening.
You too. Have a good evening. That's Emma Adjoa Osedua. She's head of corporate affairs and communications with Zoomlion Ghana Limited. This Eyewitness News on 97.3.